Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and great day. Today, the topic is what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? When I first got exposed to personal development over 35 years ago, one of the common themes that consistently came up was this whole concept of not only writing it in a journal, but actually doing it sometimes morning and night, constantly thinking about things that you're grateful for. And hi, Jessica. Hello, my incredible wife, Terry. I love you. Is that one of the things is you'll notice that it just seems that the chaos throughout the entire world is just constant. It never ends. Of course, the older you get, the more that you realize that. And I'm not making light or fun of the current situations, but I seen a post that I thought that I would share with you guys because I just think it's so right on. So I went to high school in North Dakota, even went to high school in Indian reservation when I was on a foster home. And during those times, they would consistently tell us that there was this country called Russia. And for those of you that are a little older, you'll probably remember a movie called Red Dawn. And the whole movie was about what we would do, if Russia attacked the United States. And we would go through drills, constant drills, if all of a sudden Russia declared war on the United States. And there was a couple of unique things and being living in North Dakota that was pretty amazing. One is North Dakota pretty much protects our whole northern border. And one of the unique things is North Dakota is known for how many Air Force bases and also how many missile silos that are in the ground. And so, when I was younger, I would go out with family members and we would hunt. And it would be amazing how many of these concrete, fences around them were these mission silos. And there was even a movie out there that was called War Games. And it was a short movie where a kid, was playing around with a government computer and challenged it to nuclear global war. And so it was a simulation, but it was so good that you couldn't tell. And if you remember the movie, not that you have to watch the movie, the telltale sign of whether or not it was going to be real or not is if Grand Forks, North Dakota was going to be the very first hit for one of these nuclear bombs. And so I want you guys to sort of think a little bit that, growing up in school, it was this constant Cold War that we're going in. This is in the 70s. And this Cold War was we could be attacked by nuclear weapons from Russia at any moment, at any time, and actually did drills, you know what I mean? Like fire drills in school. So when you sit there and you think about growing up underneath that, I make a joke, but it's a serious joke. I was saying that, I learned a lot about North Dakota history. And the one thing that I learned about North Dakota history is that I needed to move from North Dakota as fast as I could. Because if this war did happen, the first nuclear warheads would hit North Dakota. Now, it's weird to tell you guys that story with everything that's going on right now. It's like nuts, the stuff that they can do. And there's a number of times throughout my life where, history has told itself that, things have gotten really weird and, some a little bit unsettling. And if you are watching a 24-hour news station and you're constantly, having this stuff bombard you, it's the whole comment about garbage in, garbage out. So when I first got tapped into personal development, this whole concept of gratitude, of actually each and every day going through a list of things that are grateful. I think I shared with you guys the 6-phase meditation, the numeral 6-phase meditation by Vision Lakhani. One of the phases, the 6 phases, is gratitude. Is just think and spend time on things you're so grateful for. And he even talks about the little stuff, drinking a cup of coffee, stuff like that. And there's only when times like this happen, when you see the craziness going on, in Ukraine, that man, I mean, if you can't, you get up this morning and there's no bombs or there's no sirens, you get to go to your job, you get to make money, you get to do all these incredible, wonderful things. And what we do a lot of times is we take all the stuff that we should be grateful for. We don't think about it. We don't take any time to pause on it. And then what we do is we spend all our time, getting caught up in the minutia, the rhetoric, the noise, the sound. And I'm not saying that a person shouldn't, feel for those people or pray for those people and think about how we can help those people. I'm not saying that at all. A lot of people, when you think about gratitude, is just really simply centering ourselves, being grateful. You get to come from a place of giving. You know what I mean? When you're grateful, you think about, God, what's the little things that I could do, to help in any scenario. But if we can't get centered every day, and that's why most meditations are always done in the morning. I listened to 6 days meditation this morning, the morning before. It's just a ritual of mine. And I get my mind in the right place, and it puts my energy in the right place, my vibration in the right place. So I get up figuring out how I'm going to solve the problems and how I could go out there and do things. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because, it's amazing that, I personally, Robert Hollis personally, has MDC affiliates in Ukraine. I also have MDC affiliates in Russia. And it's like, when you simply think about, wow, Boris, my thoughts and prayers are with you. He works for MDC as our European manager over there. And, it's just really, really surreal, when you think about what that word really means. It just wakes us up. It just wakes us up and just goes, man. And now I'm going to take a little turn, and some of you I know are going to feel uncomfortable about this because, this business that allows us to do what we do has always put me in a mental mindset that, my job, of course, Science of Getting Rich says that the best thing that you could do for yourself and mankind is to be the best you can be. And I always think about people that are just complacent and they won't reach their potential and they won't educate themselves and they won't fail their way to success. And when you got an incredible opportunity like this, I know a lot of people in Europe right now. And one of the things that's scary for them is if, Putin can start taking over Ukraine, what would stop him from going to the other countries like Romania or Hungary or any other European country, Germany, Poland? It's like people really get freaked out. And there's a lot of people over there that they have a country that borders, Ukraine. And so they have friends there. You know what I mean? They know people that have family there. And that's a little higher, thoughts and stuff. So, one of the things I tell people is like, man, everyone says what if, and the deal is what if, something like that happened here. And it's like, I always wanted to put myself in a position where financially, and then freedom-wise, that I could pick up my family and go. Just, hey, things are getting crazy here. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can do this business from anywhere in the world. All I need is a electronic object that can connect to the internet. An iPad, a phone, a tablet, a laptop, a computer. And I can access the world, and I can work from anywhere where there's Wi-Fi. And I can build a business to put my family in a position that if anything weird happened to me, that I could immediately pack the people that I love and move them to a safer location. And I really, really don't know what's more empowering than that. What gives you more of a peace of mind? And it's funny because I've actually had really dear friends of mine like Tomas, Adam, that lives in Hungary. Of course, it's people in his group that are in Russia and Ukraine, Mongolia, all over Europe. And one of the things that he said is he's like, wow, I want to move to the United States. And what is it like for him? He doesn't have to worry about, financially taking care of his family. He doesn't have to worry about whether the cash flow is going to stop. He can do this business from anywhere, any place. And I think that some people sometimes just look at this business and they just go, yeah, they sell a product. Oh my God, it is so much bigger than that. And again, the way to greatness is gratitude is actually taking very important messages that we learn and sharing them with people that care. And so, man, a lot of people in Europe right now are wondering what's the next step or what's going to happen next, but the rest of the world is saying that too. And so, when craziness happens like this, I always see a surge and people's minds opening up, going like, wow, am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I really building something that can, create financial freedom for me and my family? And I could actually be in a position where I could have an escape plan set up before everything got crazy. And so, this business opportunity for me is one of the things I'm extremely grateful for. I'm extremely grateful to have people like you that are watching this video. Please share it with anyone that you think is going, because the worst thing in the world is a loss of hope. You know what I mean? When you lose hope, it's like, it's the ugliest thing in the world. So it is pretty interesting that people can do amazing things. I'm just going to do a quick shout out. I don't know if this is real or not, but I've seen a couple of posts that were on news channels that were saying that Elon Musk has consistently been putting these low altitude satellites in the world and in the air to be able to offer one day internet to everyone. And he's now taken the ones that he has in space and he's positioning them over Ukraine, so that the people there can consistently communicate with people that they love, to let them know what's going on as, Russia continues to try to destroy everything that's over there. And so, some really, really interesting times. But the title of this is, what are you grateful for? And, when someone offers you an opportunity and you can see that it changes their lives and put them in a position where they can not only do some incredible stuff, but also help a lot of people. And so, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. I always do these videos. I try to do them every day at noon Pacific time. And Craig has been gracious enough to share with you my website, roberthollis.com, along with my YouTube channel, which is also youtube.com, Robert Hollis. So, Craig, thank you so much. I've seen Karen on here, Nancy, Lisa, Melody, Kai, how are you? Iona, is that Iona? Jane, Norma, there we go. I think Jessica. So Craig, of course, thank you so much. And I appreciate each and every one of you. If no one's giving you permission to be happy and fulfilled and successful, let me be the first. Someone did that for me. And so I'd like to return that to you. Take care. See you tomorrow.